up, everybody? It's Jen Bengal here from Out of This World Literacy. I am so excited to begin a new mini-series with you that will offer 10 helpful pieces of advice for new teachers in each episode. The advice I'm going to share will benefit all teachers, but especially those just beginning or still trying to find their mojo after a few years. The advice came from so many talented teachers that are in my curriculum group. I asked them to finish this statement for me. The one piece of advice I would offer to a new-ish teacher is blank because blank. I got so many amazing responses that I wanted to share them all with you. So let's get started. The first piece of advice came from Cassandra Kelly, and she said, "My best advice for new teachers is to ask questions because we don't know you don't know the answer if you don't ask." So new teachers, don't be afraid to ask questions from your teammates. Amy says, to make time to reflect. This will help you stay focused. So reflect at the end of every day. Great piece of advice. Julie says, my best advice for a new teacher is to reach out to your peers for any help because the best teachers are those that collaborate and learn from each other. So don't go in your room and lock your door. Reach out to the people across the hallway that can help you. They're there for you. Kristen says, my best advice for new teachers is to tackle one thing at a time because it can be very overwhelming when you want to do all the things. And I could not agree more with Kristen. Focus on one thing at a time. Crystal says, my best advice for a new teacher is to not be afraid to ask your colleagues to help when you need it because they are your best resources. So if you're thinking, what's my best resource in the building? It's the other teachers in that building. Great advice. Katrina says, my best advice to new teachers is to be organized and to have a good routine for your students. Students thrive on routine, so that's definitely a great piece of advice. Pam says, my best advice for a new teacher is that you need to establish routines and procedures starting on day one, because by the time you get to October, things will be running very smoothly then. Great advice from Pam. Callie says, my best advice for new teachers is to find balance if possible. You can't do it all your first year. You don't have to have Pinterest perfect anchor charts or a perfectly decorated room. Follow your curriculum and leave at a reasonable time. Find a balance between work and personal life. Burnout is real. Don't let your job get the best of you. Really great advice from Callie. Thank you, Callie. Jean says, my best advice for a newish teacher is not to think you can do it alone because you have a team of support willing to help you. So just ask. Love this. Can you hear a pattern in this advice too? Karen says, take the time up front to make sure your students know the rules, routines, and expectations. Time spent early saves time later on. Great advice, Karen. And in fact, I would agree with that. The first full month of school is basically all management lessons that I'm doing. Expectations, rules, practicing, getting that well-oiled machine is key to having a great year. I hope you enjoyed these tips for new teachers, or even if you're not a new teacher, if you're a veteran teacher, there may be a few pointers that will offer some simple mind shifts or reminders for you going into your new school year. It's been my pleasure chatting with you today. Know that I'm the biggest fan of the work that you and your students are doing in the classroom each and every day. If you'd like more teaching tips, you can check out outofthisworldliteracy.com. If you'd like to attend some free live webinar trainings on literacy instruction and receive a certificate of participation, visit jenbengalwebinars.com. Until next time, you've got this.